Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of My Dog Ate My Podcast. I'm your host, Emily, and this week I will be chatting with Reka, who is the proud mom of Ritz, the 4-year-old chocolate Labrador retriever. Enjoy!
Hello, good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too. Hi, Ritz. What would she normally be doing right now?
Well, because it's the middle of the workday for me, she would either be laying right underneath my feet, like on my chair, or underneath my chair, or she'll be on her bed, kind of like puts herself in timeout.
So she'd be sleeping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like at my previous jobs, I was able to bring her with me, so she'd kind of do a little bit more of the same.
So are you completely remote in your current job?
No, I'm like in 3 times a week right now. So yeah, she gets the dog sitter, which is my boyfriend.
Oh, perfect. That's a good setup.
But we're gonna petition to see if we can start bringing her back into the office again. It's an allergy. Someone else has an
Oh
allergy.
no.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He stays
Oh.
home for now. How big?
Oh, she seems like she's like pretty chill though. So I imagine even if you took her in, like if the allergies weren't an issue, that she would just kind of hang out and be like, she wouldn't be causing trouble.
Mm-mm. She's a very good office dog. She really likes like the delivery drivers. So sometimes she'll bark if she's excited about a delivery, but it's usually because the UPS drivers have treats.
So she's 4, right?
Yes, she's 4. She's 4.5 now, which is crazy. I find myself like when people ask me how old she is, I do the thing where I give it in like years and months.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's kind of a
I
meme.
do the same.
36-month-year-old or 40. She's 4. She's
Yeah.
4. You're 4.
So then her birthday must be what? It's August now. So
February.
February? Okay. Have you had her since she was a puppy?
I did. I picked her up at 7.5 weeks.
Hmm.
Kind of crazy. She was this tiny little nugget, and she was kind of the worst. You were kind of the worst puppy ever. Well, she's still pretty sassy, but it was like you walk away and she'd bark. You walk towards her and she barks.
Oh.
You play with her and she barks, and she was very bitey, as puppies are.
Hmm.
She was just sassy from day one. So she's outgrown the biting, she's outgrown the barking, but the sassy is still there for
That's
sure.
okay. I think that's important. You need to keep the sassiness.
Exactly.
And how did you come up with the name Ritz?
I wanted something gender neutral, and I don't know. One day I was just driving around. I was like, Ritz. That's a great name.
Yeah.
But I think low key it was when I first got her. I was living in Tahoe, and there's the Ritz Carlton in Truckee, and so yeah, I would just drive by all the time, and I think that's how the name got embedded in my head. But I always tell people like she's like the cracker. She's
Yeah.
a common man. That she is the Ritz Carlton.
That means she should get like free stays at the Ritz, I think. Like that's how that works, right?
I wish.
Were you always drawn to labs or how did you decide like I want to get a chocolate lab?
Well, I grew up with like Saint Bernards and like really big dogs.
Mhm.
My grandparents had Mastiffs and Saint Bernards. So I was like, maybe I'll get one of those. This is still when I was living in Tahoe. And then I was like, if I ever want to move to San Francisco or New York, like I don't think it'll be practical for me to have
Yeah.
a really big dog. And then there was this like cute little chocolate lab in town where I was living, and I asked the owner like, "Where did you get the pup?" She was like, "Sacramento." So then we ended up going there and like meeting all the puppies. One of the dogs that came from that breeder is one of the Avalanche dogs at Palisades.
Oh.
She's half siblings with the search and rescue dog. Ritz doesn't quite have those.
She-
But yeah, you could say that your lineage is part of it, huh?
the potential's like deep down in there.
Yeah. She is actually very good at like a game that she likes to play is I'll leave her in a room and then I'll take like one of her toys and I'll go hide it somewhere.
Mm.
And I'll say, go search. And then she'll go try to find it. Another game that she liked to play with her best friend, Murphy, who's a yellow lab. We also taught her the search game, but we would go to Alta Plaza Park in San Francisco and we'd roll like a tennis ball down the hill on the back side of the
Oh.
park
Uh-huh.
and we'd make them wait. We would watch where the ball goes and then we go search. And then it would be like a little search, a little race to find the ball first. So it was really good because sometimes it's better than just kind of playing fetch over and over and over again and
Yeah.
wearing them out. Like it makes them use their brain a little bit.
So do you live, like, right in, like, San Francisco, like, the city proper?
I do, yeah. And I live like really close to a park, and we've been living here for about 2 years in this particular neighborhood in Nob Hill, and so we've like made all these little doggy friends. And
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, with like any other dog owner, I pretty much only know the dogs' names. So.
Yeah, yeah, you go on walks, you see the same dogs, you know the dogs, and then you kind of maybe will learn the humans' names after.
Maybe if like the dogs particularly get along.
So I know you mentioned that her friend is a yellow lab. Does she get along more with, like, labs, or, like, what kind of dogs does she get along
Yeah.
with more?
Her jam is definitely the retriever. She loves labs and goldens. Like whenever we're on a walk, she's staring them down to like want to say hi. Her way of like initiating play is stalking, growl, but sometimes that's like a lot for other dogs. So I have to kind of be like, Ritz, you gotta chill out and like,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, she's very good at befriending the goldens and labs. And I think goldens and labs just like kind of recognize each other.
Yeah.
She does have a couple other besties that aren't goldens or labs. Like she has a Bernedoodle bestie and
Oh.
a Samoyed bestie. Um, she's quickly becoming friends with like two of her friends' dogs that are both Frenchies. So
Oh.
they're like the tiny little barking dogs.
Yeah.
For some reason they always want to attack. At least with the labs and all the labs that I've met, they're very like non-confrontational. So it's kind of like, oh, cool, you want to play? Okay. If you don't want to play, all
I'll
right.
go do something else. Yeah.
Yeah. I joke that Ritz, if she were on an American football team, she would be a wide receiver because she loves to like fetch and like go long and go get the ball. But
Mhm.
as some other dog comes, she just drops the ball. She's like, okay, you can have it. He's better in the end zone.
Does she, like, swim at all or do anything in the water?
Yeah, big swimmer. Which is really funny because when she was little, and we were still living in Tahoe, she like didn't know how to swim, and she also didn't like to play fetch. And she was probably around like somewhere in like the 4 to 6 month range. And this dog trainer that we had, she was like, if you don't have her swimming by the end of the summer, by the time she's like 6 months old, like you're screwed. Like your dog's not going to want to swim. Like, okay, well, I tried the gentle parenting thing, like taking a bunch of treats and
Yeah.
her while she swims and getting with her. And she just was like, this is where the sassy and stubborn came in. She would just cry and scream and like scratch and try to pull out of the water. Like we were doing like the worst thing to her ever. And then one day I was like, okay, F it. I just kind of got to throw her in. She'll figure it out. And now she loves the water. And
Oh
she
my
loves.
gosh. That's crazy. It sounds like she, like, started out as, like, a very bad lab. Like, she wasn't very, like, characteristic of a lab, and then she grew into being a lab.
Exactly. She was like so against doing the things that I was like, you're gonna like it, like try it. She was just stubborn. And then one day it all clicked for her. She was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like
And now she can go do all those lab things with her lab and retriever friends and actually
exactly.
enjoy it. Yeah.
One thing that I wish I had taught Ritz before I left Tahoe was to teach her how to paddleboard, or like not
Mm,
paddleboarding, but like be a good paddleboarder.
yeah.
She's very good at balance. It was actually, that just reminds me, it was funny. You asked if she likes the water. Some of my friends were being crazy and they were doing a polar plunge in January in Tahoe.
Oh my god.
And it's just like, I didn't expect her to jump in, but she fully did the polar plunge. She was like, oh, we're all going in? Okay, let me go in, and just did it twice.
Oh my god.
And the water was probably like 30 something degrees, and it was like 20.
Was she, like, shaking afterward? Like, did she indicate at all that she was cold? No?
No, no, she only shakes when she is being dramatic.
So probably still a decent amount,
Yeah,
depending on her mood.
very rare that she's actually shaking because she's cold. Right, Nits? I feel like you should show your face a little bit more in this video. Let me get some treats. I know what will put her into perking her head up. Okay, so these are venison treats.
Ooh.
We did a trip to the mountains or through different mountain towns this past summer. So we've collected a couple snacks.
Oh, I love that. What are some of her nicknames? So I know I hear you calling her Bubba, but what do you
Ritsy Bitsy Spider, Tootie Patootie Pants. Actually, as I say these out loud, they're little embarrassing. It's okay. Ritzy is a common one that I
Mhm.
kind of just calling her. One of my friends calls her Bits, like Ritz
Oh.
Bits. Butthead when she's being annoying. I joke that her full name, she doesn't have a full name, but when she's really in trouble, it's
Mhm.
Aritzia. But she doesn't really respond to that. She's a good girl.
She seems very, like, food motivated too.
Oh yeah.
Eye on the prize.
I don't know if your pups do this too, but Ritz knows like all of the places in the city that give her treats. So as soon as we start like walking towards that direction, she'll try to like pull towards the person or the
Yeah.
store or like the cash register. There's a little market called LeBeau near me that is dog friendly, and they have treats. And so it's like she knows the routine. Like I have to get groceries first before she can get a treat. Always tries to dart to the cashier. Ritz, you gotta wait. She like cuts everyone in line to like
Oh my gosh.
the corner store at the end of my block also has treats.
Mm.
There's this little old lady that gives them out, so I'm always like, don't knock her over.
Yeah.
Treat, Ritz, please. But her weird quirk is that she can distinguish a Starbucks from other coffee shops.
Oh.
She'll know a Starbucks by its smell because she knows that's where the pup cups are.
Oh my gosh.
We'll just pull into it. It could be a Starbucks we've been to. It could be a Starbucks we've never been to, and she still knows it. And when I was bringing her into work downtown, there was a Starbucks on the way, and so sometimes I'd be like, "I'm running late, Ritz. Like I can't stop at the Starbucks for Bug Cup," but she'd just, she'd do the thing where she'd stand there and like refuse to
Oh
move.
my gosh.
And there's like all these people like going to work, just staring at me, like having this little battle. Her just like, please, let's go. So then, yeah, she usually gets a pup cup. She is a fruit monster, like blueberries, watermelon, strawberries, banana, apples, oranges.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes she'll like take a little nibble of a lemon. That was kind of an outlier. I think it was because there was another friend, like another little lab in the presence of the lemon, and she got competitive. There's like the cheese tax. I have
Yeah.
the fruit tax.
Does she have like one like fruit or one treat that's like sort of like her high value treat or her better than everything else type of treat or food?
I think she treats all treats as high
Yeah.
value. The only thing I've seen her repeatedly reject is spinach.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, she'll eat leaves on the ground. So it's a little weird, Ritz. It's a little odd. But thankfully with Ritz, she's not very picky, like at all. So never had to worry about not getting her attention when it came to food. The one thing that she still does, which is super annoying, is pull like on the leash.
Mhm.
So for the longest time I was like, no, I'm gonna like have her on a collar. I don't believe in harnesses. Like I'm gonna teach her to not pull. And just I was like, it's been 4 years. Like she knows exactly what not to do and she just doesn't want to do it. So I gave in and now she just wears a harness and I'm happier. I don't feel like, she's choking every time she
Mhm.
pulls, and I don't know if she actually cares, but
Yeah, the black lab that or one of the black labs that I grew up with lived to be like 13 and a half and
oh wow.
pulled her entire life. So when I was growing up, like I couldn't even walk her because I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna fall over. So my mom got like really strong arms just from walking her. But yeah, she was very like bullheaded like her entire life and pulled
Mm,
pretty consistently.
yeah.
So all that to say, I don't know if it'll get better.
I have conceded the fact that
Yeah.
it's just going to be the way that it is.
Yeah, that's okay. It's part of her personality.
But the one good thing is, I was like, fine, if I'm going to put you in a harness, then you're going to learn to put it on yourself. So I'll lay it down and then she'll put her own feet in.
Oh, that's good.
But I don't have to bend over and put her feet in.
One last thing I wanted to ask you was what do you think Ritz's internal voice sounds like?
What would your internal voice? What would you be saying right now, Ritz? Be like, Mom, like the treats are right there. Why aren't you giving me any? Treat? Yeah, if she's sassy or she sees her friends, it'd probably be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's my friend, it's my friend. I gotta go say hi
Yeah.
to my friend. Hi, friend, how are you doing? You doing good? And then if she's like near a dog that she's not so sure about, be like, Mom,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the other side of you. So probably like the voice of maybe an 8-year old who has just enough vocabulary to express what she needs, but is like a sassy 8-year old. Yeah.
I like that. I feel like most 8-year-olds are sassy too, so it
Yeah.
kind of works.
And when she's all out, she's like 8-year olds, they love to just scream and run around. Still the age where they like maybe need a nap, like chill out.
So her Instagram is Ritz and Friends, is that right?
Yes, yeah. And she does indeed post. Her PR manager could be doing a better job of
Same with
posting.
my dogs.
Yeah. I don't know what the PR manager is doing, but
Slacking.
slacking, yeah. Not busy at all with other things like paying bills.
And then Ritz's shelter shout out is for Muttville, which is a senior dog rescue. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. I didn't get her from there, obviously, but so I got her at the opposite of. That they do great things in the city, and
Yeah.
know a couple of friends who work with them and have adopted dogs from them. So
Oh, that's great. That would be so hard to do to adopt a senior dog.
yeah,
So,
or even foster. They just
oh
have some
yeah,
health things, and so yeah, I try not to take her health and her youth for granted.
yeah. Cool. Well, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget that you can follow Ritz on Instagram at Ritz and Friends, and that you can check out Muttville Senior Dog Rescue in the Bay Area if you are in the area and looking to adopt a new dog. We'll see you next time for the next episode of My Dog Ate My Podcast. Thanks.